Hey guys, I'm Ranjam to tell you about zero. What are the mysteries related to zero? Well, some of them are multiplication by zero, division by zero, and raised to power zero. Zero raised to power something. Well, these are the basic problems which I am going to handle here. Be ready and be strong. This is Knowledge Hub. Topic is multiplication by zero. We all know it's zero, but I'm gonna tell you why it's zero. Let's first understand how is multiplication defined. Well, originally multiplication was defined in a very different way than we understand it now. For example, they took it like number is 21 and you have to multiply it by say 15. How did they multiply? Well, they put two lines here, one line somewhere here. So here we have two lines, here we have one line. Then they made one like this and five like this. Then the number of points where they crossed is the place which is a real number located. Well, we know what is 21 into 15. What's it? It's 315. Let's confirm. Yup, 315 is 21 into 15. Now let's check it up how this gives this answer. The numbers basically, here it is 5, here it is 10, here is 1, here is 2. This is our units place. So this is our units place. On units place we have 5. This and this is our tens place. So let's get it. It's 11. We take 1 in tens place and carry 1 to the hundreds place. So here we have 1. And this 2 is our hundreds place. This 2 is our hundreds place. We add 1, we get 315. So beautiful way to multiply. And this was the way in which multiplication was originally defined. Let's apply this method to 0. For example, let's take a number 21. A number is 21. We have two lines here, one line here. Now we have 0 lines here. Wait a second. 0 lines makes absolutely no intersection. That's why 21 into 0 is 0. So here is a simple way why 21 into 0 is 0. Let's shift our focus to division. Now we are talking about division by 0. In what way we should define division? Well, division is just reverse of multiplication. So multiplication by 0 is equal to something would mean that the first number divided by that something gives us 0. We know multiplication by 0 gives us 0. So doesn't it make sense that if we divide something by 0, we should get 0? But then the Euclid's division lemma gets things haywire. Let's see how. Euclid's division lemma says that any number can be written in the form of q b plus r, where q is a number, b is another number which is multiplied to q, and r is the remainder. It just means that take q as quotient and b as your divisor, then r is the remainder. But there is a simple restriction, and the restriction is that R should always be less than C. R should be less than B. So let's think about it, that we have a number 32 divided by 0. So there should be a number Q which, if multiplied by 0 and added to R, gives 32. What should be that? Well, multiplied by 0 is just 0. 0 plus R is 32. It means R should be 32, but R must be less by this B, which is 0. There things go wrong. We can't make an R which is less than 0. So that's why division by 0 is undefined. Now let's start with exponents. So tell me 3 raised to power 1, 3. Well, 2 raised to power 3. I'm impressed. 8. Nice. 5 raised to power 2. 25. Great. Now 3 raised to power 0. I heard you said 1. But why? In other words, you just multiply. How can you say 3 raised to power 0 is 1? I'm hearing something like, I don't know, or I was told about it in the class, so that's why it is. Here's the reason. Okay, 2 raised to power 2 is 2 into 2. 2 raised to power 3 is 2 into 2 into 2. 2 raised to power 0, we want to know. How can we know this? Well, let's get a little easier. 1 plus 1, 2. Very good. Addition is a simpler way of multiplication, or we should say multiplication is a complex way of adding. Now, we have a thing. If any number is added to itself 0 times, it would remain the same number. If any number is added to 0, it would be the same number. This is the additive identity. If we add a number to itself 0 times, we would get 0, the additive identity. That we know. So it makes sense to get multiplicative identity if we multiply a number to itself 0 times. And what is multiplicative identity? Well, it is a DF1. That's why we get a raised to power 0 is equal to 1. With this approach, we also get 0 raised to power 0 equal to 1. Keep this in mind. Keep this particular thing in mind. We are going to contradict this. The other way to say about exponents is, well, 2 raised to power 2 is 2 into 2. And 2 raised to power negative 2 is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Now, if we add 2 raised to power, multiply 2 raised to power 2 into 2 raised to power negative 2, what should we get? Well, we know the powers are going to be, the powers are going to add in multiplication. So it would be 2 plus minus 2, which we know would be 2 raised to power 0. Okay, now let's do it in the other way. We do 2 raised to power 2 is 2 into 2, and 2 raised to power negative 2 is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. What we get here is 1. This is our first thing. This is our second thing. So now we know that 2 raised to power 0 is 1. And this works. And this works for any number n. Because we can replace 2 with n. Except, yes, 0. Because we can't divide by 0. We just proved it a little while ago. So, with n as 0, 0 raised to power 0 is equal to 1 is not possible. In fact, it is indeterminate. It is indeterminate. Indeterminate. You can't read this because it is indeterminate. It is so big. That doesn't make sense. We just said 0 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. No, it is indeterminate. We just made exponents the way they were made. That's why That's why, my friend, 0 raised to power 0 is not defined. It could be anything. While anything raised to power 0 is always 1. Except the bloody 0. Hey, if you like this video, super. Subscribe. You like what all videos which I'm going to post. If you didn't, no problem. Subscribe anyway. This was my first video and I'm going to make other videos much better. And I'm very happy if you liked it. Really. You impressed me. You definitely impressed me. Thanks for watching, and this is Knowledge Hub.